What's going on, guys? I'm a regular guy with the Regular Guy Firearms channel. Thanks for watching. So I was reading through my emails and a couple other messages and stuff, and I came across an email in particular that really humbled me. Okay, and the dude wanted to stay as low key as possible, so I'm gonna try not to out him personally. But here's the thing. September the 11th is coming. There's going to be a bunch of different videos and stuff on it, and there's going to be a lot of talk about what had happened for my generation's Pearl Harbor. Okay. You know, and here's the thing. I figure I just voiced a couple of personal thoughts, so I'm sorry if I get a little rambly. But I get a lot of comments and I get a lot of support, right, from people that are very genuine in what they say, and they say a lot of things like, thank you for your service, right? And a lot of times I don't really know what to say to that. Because putting it into perspective, or at least trying to anyway, because I'm not I'm not well versed in talking about this. But you know, if you don a green suit, whether you're frigate soldier, marine, sailor, airman, Coast Guard guy, whatever, you end up putting it on for a host of different reasons. I'm gonna be honest with you, I put mine on because it was the coolest freaking thing in the world, and when I was in 5th grade, that's when the towers went down. And from that moment forward, I wanted to do what I'm doing now. So, for me, it feels a little odd. Just a little odd. When people say thank you for your service, when you're rolling through a Denny's or whatever, or what have you. Okay, you're on your way back from the unit or something, and you have to stop at a Walmart, okay, whatever it is. Almost every damn time, someone pulls me aside and says, thank you for your service. And what I'm going to try to convey here is what I feel every single time. You know, I'm not trying to downplay what my brothers and sisters do, because what we do is, frankly, shitty. But to me, I always want to say that back, only in another way, so that you sound less corny, I guess. You know, because here's the deal. We have a specific job, you know, and it's to defend you all. You know, it's either your rights or it's from a foreign entity trying to do harm, all that jazz, right? It's your job to protect us. That's the way I see it. Because we take up arms to go do things after everything else has just failed. And as citizens, it's your job to keep us from going to stuff like that. Because for those who haven't experienced a deployment or anything like that, you know, I mean, we say a lot of things, and sometimes you just get downright moto about it, because when you're talking about the AQ or the Taliban or ISIS or whatever, you know, your motto is held to just kill those dudes because they're evil. But realistically speaking, a theater of war is terrible. And in that way, it's just you see the very worst that that living beings are capable of, you see also the best that human beings are capable of. This whole thing was really hard on a lot of personal friends of mine. We've been at war long enough to where anybody who's got a long lineage of it or has a lot of friends that have done it has lost somebody. And that's the worst part, you know. So, as a citizen, you know, my thing to you is, and what I've been saying to people lately is, when they say, you know, thank you for your service, something that I say back is, you know, thank you for being a citizen, a conscious one. Because you guys support us. I mean, every time that you back up your rights, every time that you refuse to have your speech muzzled, or your Second Amendment taken, or your privacy invaded, even though it happens. Every time that you refuse to let a terrible situation lie down, like the whole Benghazi thing, it's affirmation. It's what I feel is confirmation that people still understand what they're supposed to do. You know, every time that there's some support group that just donates things to us when we're deployed, you know, you feel that enormous amount of support, and you feel better off because the people that you're deployed for are worth defending. You know, and the biggest thing that I always feel is just very important is that, you know, the regular guys, you know, and not to sound corny, because I know that's my handle on YouTube, obviously, but the regular guys that just be what they can as a citizen, you know, whether they're a dentist or a lawyer or a freaking grocery bagger or whatever it is, you know, like the dudes that go out and vote their conscience. Dudes that do things the right, what they feel is as the right way, the honorable way. To me, it just feels as if it's worth all of that. You know, and I know that I'm getting all rambly and stuff, but with September 11th coming, it's always a little bit more of an emotional time for me personally. But I figured I'd just get the message out and say, you know, I'm going to get messages saying thank you for your service and stuff. But realistically, I have to thank you guys. You know, you go out, you pay your taxes, you pay for all the whiz-bang stuff that we use against dudes that would, in a heartbeat, do evil things. You don't kick us when we're down. You don't treat us like we're crazy everywhere that we go. And for a lot of people that watch this channel and stuff, you know, like even the dudes that are out, but continue to do their part, you know, and try to help their brothers. That's what's important to me. You know. So for the regular guys out there, thank you for your service. Thank you for being a citizen. And remember, a regular guy's firearm is the last defense against tyranny.